In the shadowed vaults of eternity, where the stars whisper secrets to the silent earth, and the rivers of time flow unbroken into the boundless sea of the all, there emerges a wisdom so profound that it eludes the grasp of words, slipping like mist through the fingers of the seeker who dares to pursue it with the mind alone. This wisdom, known in the ancient tongues as Gnosis, is not a treasure to be unearthed and possessed, nor a doctrine to be inscribed upon scrolls and handed from master to disciple, like the fleeting shadows of mortal knowledge. Rather, it is a living flame kindled within the depths of the soul, a rebirth into the immortal light that neither instruction nor eloquence can bestow. Long ago, beneath the vaulted skies of Alexandria, where the sands of Egypt mingled with the philosophies of Hellas, Hermes Trismegistus, thrice great in wisdom, revealed these veiled truths to those whose hearts were prepared. In the sacred dialogues preserved within the Corpus Hermeticum, he spoke of a knowledge divided as the heavens from the earth. 1. The discursive knowing of the senses and reason, which flows freely through speech and script, building empires of thought upon the shifting sands of illusion. The other, a direct beholding of the good, a holy silence wherein all senses fall still, and the soul gazes upon the divine without intermediary. For Gnosis arises not from the tongue of the teacher, but from the inner torrent of divine grace descending upon the purified vessel. It is said that only in silence does the seeker truly behold the One, for words are chains forged in duality, binding the infinite to the finite, the eternal to the ephemeral. The lips of wisdom remain sealed, opening solely to the ears attuned to understanding, a remembrance, an anamnesis of what the soul has always known, yet forgotten in its descent into form. Consider the rebirth recounted in those ancient treatises, where the disciple Tat, guided by the light of Hermes, sheds the mortal coil not through ritual or recitation, but through an inner regeneration, emerging into an immortal body born of Nous, the divine mind. This transformation cannot be taught as one teaches the arts of geometry or the motions of the spheres. It is not seen with physical eyes nor conveyed through the veils of language. It descends as a sudden illumination, a death of the old self and an awakening to unity, where the microcosm dissolves into the macrocosm like dew returning to the ocean at dawn. The divine itself, the ineffable source from which all emanates, as above so below, defies naming or conceptualization, for to name is to separate, and the One knows no separation. Thus, the path winds through contemplation, through the purification of desires and the stilling of the restless mind, preparing the ground like fertile soil, awaiting the unseen seed. Texts and teachings serve as lanterns along the way, pointing toward the horizon where light meets darkness in eternal harmony. Yet the crossing of that threshold belongs to the soul alone, awakened by the breath of the divine stirring within. In this gradual unveiling lies the quiet mystery. Gnosis blooms not in the clamor of instruction, but in the sacred hush of direct encounter, where the seeker becomes the sought, and the veil thins to reveal the everlasting radiance that has never been absent. Thus do the ancient vaults guard their deepest treasures, not as artifacts to be claimed, but as invitations to transcendence, echoing softly through the ages for those who listen in reverence.